Come up here, and he's got a little stand up for us.
Right on!
How you guys doing? Yeah. Can you hear me all the way in the back? I like the way it's up. You want me to stand up? Okay.
Get up!
And this is not stand-up comedy, this is elevator comedy, just so you know. I like the way this sounds. It's kind of like the overhead. Home Depot, as más hablando. Where's all my cashiers at? Make some noise. Cashiers? Woo! I don't know, not everybody knows this, but I also went to cashier college, graduated at the top of my class. That's right, Courtney was my teacher. But they won't let me ring people up anymore. Not ever since I found the little switch that makes the light blink really fast. To me, it's just a switch that should be called disco party. I'm glad I found a job here at Home Depot because it is a good job, and I absolutely hate looking for a job. And I feel like a good job is like a good girlfriend. When you find one that pays all the bills, you just stick with it. I found a newfound appreciation because before I worked here, I didn't really respect contractors before I worked here. Now that I've worked here a little while, I don't trust them either. But I'll still never understand why people will ask my advice. They'll spend thousands of dollars on their new home renovation project, and then they'll come up to me and ask me, how should I put this on? It's like, hey, honey, I know we spent our entire nest egg, making the house look good, but that guy's holding flags for $10 an hour. Let's ask him how we should do it. I used to have a friend back in the day. He worked for a Home Depot, but they let him go. His dyslexia was getting in the way of his job. He used to work in the lumber department like me, but he got let go for trying to cut some broads. And my little brother Travis used to work for Lowe's in Las Vegas, but he lost his job too recently for coming down a ladder incorrectly. I guess there's a way you can come down ladders incorrectly. If you spill a little bit of beer on 1 ASM, that's it. They don't give you a second chance. I've been on the night shift lately, cleaning up after all y'all. And the other day somebody asked me, Brandon, how's it going with the night shift? How's it working out for you? And I said, well, my dad came to visit the one time he ever does a year, and I didn't get to see him. I never ever see my girlfriend anymore, and I've missed the last 3 AA meetings, so it's going great. Next time I get a new apron, I'm not going to write my name as big and legible as I have been, because nothing makes you feel more violated than somebody you've never met before coming up to you and like, hey Brandon, can you help me with this? It's just unnatural. So next time, I'm going to write very small. And I used to wonder how come some of you guys got really terrible, unreadable handwriting? And I realized you're doing that on purpose, aren't you? If you're right-handed, you write with the left hand and close your eyes and just go to town. And then all those little butterflies and flowers and hearts, that's just camouflage. So I think I'm gonna decorate my next one with random letters and numbers, and then it's like, good luck. One time, I went up to one of the desks, and one of our little desks, and I went to somebody that works at the desk and said, "Hey, buddy, do you ever wish that you worked in a normal department instead of behind a desk? Do you ever wish that you just had like a normal area?" And he's like, "No, because I'm tired of working harder than everybody and not getting recognized." And I said, "Well, I recognize you. That's why I said, hey, buddy." I wanted to get my girlfriend some flowers, some roses for Valentine's Day not too long ago, last month. And I didn't think I was going to be able to because roses are very expensive and I'm not very, very rich. But then flowers, my good friend in garden, told me, I know how to make it look like you just spent upwards of $50 at the florist. And I said, yeah, I know how to forge receipts too. I remember when I first got my forklift license and I told my parents, my dad, for the first time ever, he said, son, I'm proud of you. And my mom, she just said, oh, so I guess you're not going back to CMC then? I've learned that there's some questions that you just shouldn't ask customers when they come in. And they tell you in your training that these are the things you should say to get the conversation going. But some of them are just going to set you up for disaster. For instance, like, I no longer say, hey, are you finding everything okay? Because English is not everybody's first language. And a lot of people will be, oh yes, hey, you finding everything okay. How about the HD TV we got in the break room? That's pretty snazzy, right? It's nicer than every TV in my house. You know, and the other day I was in there and I was, you know, I was just watching it, just checking it out. And somebody tried, hey, Brandon, you need to go out there and help load. And they're backed up back there. You need to get out there. And I said, I don't even work today. I'm just here to watch Babe 2, Pig in the City. But I was unable to watch it because it was stuck on the DVD menu. And I mean, it said at the bottom, it said, press play to view. But that's just like Home Depot to try to get you to work, even on your break. I like some of the product names we have here. For, you know, everything has a crazy little name for it. It's not going where you think it is, ma'am. It's not going where you think it is. We have something over in my department called Crack Seal, which to me it sounds like a very interesting zoo animal. And then over in paint they have Flex Seal, which sounds like a very strong seal. And don't even get me started on ball cocks. Before I do these last couple of jokes, I don't know if you guys know that Jim Bertrand transferred to another store. Yeah, that's right. And when I first heard that Jim transferred to another store, I thought to myself the same thing 90% of you guys are thinking right now, and that's, who's Jim? But actually, Jim not only was a manager, he's also a master of the comedic arts. One time, I was sitting in my office, aka the break room, and he comes in there, and he says to me, hey Brian, which was his little nickname for me. You know, he called me Brian, I called him ASM Jim. He said, hey Brian, are you taking a break, or are you taking a lunch? You know, and I could tell the joke was so funny and powerful that even he had to laugh at it. You know, but him leaving, it gets all kinds of questions. You know, like, what do we do without Jim? Who's gonna be the glasses manager? And what do we do with his success sharing check? I think since he's a brother in comedy, I think that he would want me to have it. So I'm just throwing that out there, planting the seed, if you will. Customer service, it takes a lot out of you, you know. And I'm gonna tell you a story of something that happened to me. Not so long ago, maybe like a week ago, I walked down the end of one of these aisles to the back of the store. And I see this guy, he's probably like late 20s, and he's back there all by himself, and he's just crying his eyes out, you know, just crying. And I've never learned they didn't train me how to deal with situations like this, so I just pretended I was checking a SKU and, you know, get the heck out of there, you know. And I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, whatever, you know, he's having a hard day. But I go back the next day. You know, same guy, different clothes. He obviously went home and changed, or didn't sleep here. But he's back there again, just crying like a little baby, you know? Grown men shouldn't cry. But he's back there, just crying, and it's embarrassing even. So I just pretended like my first phone rang, and yeah, I'll be right there. And I just walked away, you know? And I go back the next day, and the same dude's back there just crying his eyes out. So finally I'm like, all right, I gotta do something about this. So I go get a manager, bring him over there. You know, show him the guys. He's just, look, what should I do? And he said, Brandon, that's a mirror. One time there was a customer, just being, you know, some people coming in, they're just really mean for no reason, like they got up today just to be super mean. You know, just being mean, just ripping on me, and how come you don't finish college, you know, making fun of my hair, stuff like that. And just kind of hurt my feelings. And then he still had the goal to ask me to cut something. And he said, hey, can you cut this? You guys cut this, right? And I was like, yeah, we can cut that as long as the saw's not broken. And so we walk over back to where the saw's at. And he says, you know, we get there and he says, cool, it's not broken. I said, yeah, well, you weren't supposed to get here first. This other time there was this customer that he came and he grabbed me. He's obviously in a hurry. And he's like, hey, come help me load this before it starts. And I was like, all right. So I get up there, and he's got all this lumber. And he's like, put that in my truck, hurry up before it starts. So I was like, all right. So I pick up all the lumber and I load it up all by myself. He didn't help me at all, but I loaded it. And then I start to walk away. He's like, no, hey, I need you to get all this conduit and all this PVC. Load it up, hurry, quick, before it starts. And I was like, okay. So I loaded it up, I put it in the truck, I hurry. And I was like, all right. So I start to walk away. And he's like, nuh-uh, get all that cement, hurry up, load it in my truck before it starts. I was like, all right, man, I'll load your cement, no problem, but I think I'm supposed to check a receipt or something. He says, ah, crap, it's already starting. sometimes when I'm looking for my fellow associates, just trying to find anybody in the store, it seems like they're nowhere to be found, you know. One time I had to pull something down with the reach truck, and I'm just looking up and down all the aisles, and I can't find anybody, and so I call him, I'm like, hey, where are you at? I got to drop something with the reach, I need your help, you know, I need you right now. And he's like, oh, I'm on aisle 6. And I was like, well, I'm on aisle 6 too. I'm looking down aisle 6 literally right now. I don't see you. He said, no, I'm not on aisle 6 there. I'm on aisle 6 at Walmart. You want anything? I said, yeah, give me a pack of Skittles and a Justin Bieber CD and get over here. You know what? Forget the Skittles. And lastly, this is a joke I wrote the other day. I'm going to end you guys with this. How do you guys like go-backs? Is everybody here, I bet they love go-backs, right? The best thing in the world is somebody calls you and tells you you got some go-backs.
Go-back?
Well, when I think of go-backs, I think of go-backs the same way I think of like a baby, you know? And I don't mean it's cute. I mean that I don't know where it came from, but some girl's insisting it's mine. So I'm gonna push it around in a shopping cart until I know what to do with it. All right, I'm gonna turn things over to Corey. It's nice to be able to open for Corey, you know, and this time it's not just a pack of Pringles.
So thank you very much.
You enjoy
That was-
clothing, right?